Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Spartan here. Welcome back to another Rocket League ranking video, and I am re-recording this intro because I just recorded the entire ranking list, and I thought there were 59. I forgot Atomizer, literally in my top 5 goal explosions, and I forgot to include it in my list. It is so hard to actually see because there are no websites now dedicated to the amount of goal explosions that are out. Rocket League Tracker, Rocket League Garage has been down for almost 2 weeks now. That's what I used to kind of get that, but even then they update it so long, so it's very hard to exactly tell how many goal explosions there are. I had to go through old videos and stuff like that, but somehow I forgot Atomizer. So I'm gonna be saying there's 59. There are not 59, there are 60, and there could be missing more. I really could be missing another one. I really hope I'm not. I really did my research. Now, I promise you, apparently not enough, but I promise you I did not just throw these together. This took me about 6 to 7 hours. I can't believe I just said that meme, and that was not on purpose too. Oh my goodness, what is going on today? Anyway, so yeah, there are 60. So if I say there's 59, there are 60. Just keep moving it up. Now, I did put Atomizer somewhere in the top 5 again. Recording 59 clips is just going to take a lot to do. So I'm just going to, plus I have to get this out quick because of the fact that there could be a new goal explosion tomorrow. There literally could, oh, are you ready for, prove it? 6.1 million. Anyway, yeah, there could be a new goal explosion tomorrow. Who knows at this point? But yeah, that is going to be the kind of like letting you know there are 60, not 59. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, but I'm sorry that I can't believe I forgot Atomizer. I'm waiting for that guy to comment on my every single past all black market goal explosion ranking video that you put Buffy Sugo last, and I'm sorry, it's staying there at the number 59 spot. It's Buffy Sugo. I'm sorry, everybody, I just have to. All right, at the number 58 spot, it's going to be Neuro Agitator. Now, I do like this goal explosion for a Halloween sense in a way. Not even though. This is not my first thought when I even come to a goal explosion. Does anybody even use this, to be honest with you? But at the number 58 spot, it's going to be Neuro Agitator. At the number 57 spot, it's going to be Tenta Goal. Honestly, I completely forgot about this one. I didn't even know this was a black market. But the reason why I put it a little above Neuro Agitator is the fact that I like the colors just a tiny bit more, and I think it's got a little bit more of an effect. Other than that, still not even one of my favorites, obviously, since it's at number 57. All right, this is my first time ranking the Bubblegum Black Market Goal Explosion. This one was from a tournament reward. It deserves the number 56 spot because, to be honest with you, there's really not much happening on this one, and you're gonna see that a little bit of a trend here as we keep going through these like last couple. But yeah, Bubblegum, just not one of my favorites. Not really good, to be honest with you. Now, I think this is the only one that I really think like maybe it should have deserved it, but I personally don't like Righteous Gale. So at the number 55 spot, it's just going to be Righteous Gale. I don't know. I just personally don't enjoy it very much. The first one to take a massive hit from when I last did this ranking video 2 years ago, Shade Raid was in my top 20. It was one of the first goal explosions to take over the entire map, but I've grown to hate it. I just don't like the way that it looks. I don't like the comic book feeling of it, and that's just really about it. So at the number 54 spot, it's going to be Shade Raid. All right, I know I'm going to get some hate on this one, but at the number 53 spot, it's going to be The Incredibles. It is, in my opinion, not black market worthy, especially since we've seen some DLC items come out as exotic goal explosions now. This is one of the very few that were still a black market, but I just don't think it deserves that. Now, this is one of the first and last for quite some time of the DLC items. The other DLC ones are much higher on the list, or much lower, I guess you could say. So yeah, at the number 53 spot, it's going to be The Incredibles. Sorry, I was looking at my list. It's to the left here. But yeah, for me personally, not one of my favorite DLC goal explosions that has come out. All right, at the number 52 spot, we have Dunker. It's just a bunch of donuts. I like donuts though. Yes, I still think it is better than The Incredibles, but yeah, at the number 52 spot, Dunker. There's nothing really else to say about it. All right, at the number 51 spot, we have Juiced. Again, kind of just similar to Dunker, but I think a little bit cooler. It's just a bunch of fruit coming around. Nothing really too crazy on that one. So at the number 51 spot, it's going to be Juiced. All right, welcome to the newest goal explosion that we have in this list, the Beehive Black Market Goal Explosion here at the number 50. Listen, I I don't think it's very good, to be honest with you. I do like the honey splash at the end and the fact that honey and like all the bees are swarming it, which is really cool. That's why it deserved at least somewhat around here. But for me personally, it's not one of my favorites, to say the least. Old school goal explosion alert. At the number 49 spot, we have Voxel, and this is priced at 2,000 credits because of the item shop, but this is such an old school goal explosion. You can't even hate on it, honestly. Like, when it comes to like being the price that it is, like, or not the price. You can hate on the price. You can't hate on the rarity of it, like being like a black market, because back then this was a black market goal explosion worthy in 2016, 2017. But in terms of now, no, there's no way. 49 spot Voxel. Making our way through the old school goal explosions that still hold a special place in my heart, but on my list, no. At the number 48 spot, Toon. I'm sorry, it's literally just, I mean, it's clean. That's about it. At the number 47 spot, we do have Carbonator. I bet you have never seen this goal explosion in a game. I haven't even seen it in the item shop. Now, Carbonator was a old name or a new name. It used to be a different name, and I actually forget the name, to be honest with you. But either way, I bet you've never seen this goal explosion. Let's be completely honest with you. But at the number 47 spot, Carbonator, or AKA Bubbles, in my opinion. All right, at the number 46 spot, we do have the Symphontry goal explosion. Now, I forget exactly where this came out. I know it copies the boost, or the boost copies the goal explosion. But to be honest with you, it's not one of my favorites. It literally is just a big ball of energy, I guess you could say. Now that I'm looking at it, I really do like the colors, though. But at the end of the day, it's really nothing crazy in my eyes. I don't know. I mean, some of the other ones I have are like probably a lot. This is probably better than this, but either way, number 46 spot, we have Symphontry, and I still stand by that. I take some time to do this list, by the way. It's not like, oh, this looks good. Yep, that's good. No, it took me like 6 hours to do this. Like, I'm not even lying to you. Another old school goal explosion, Popcorn. Great idea in 2016, 2025. I don't know. Not happening. Again, just moving through the old school goal explosions. Now, Electroshock still hangs 10 with all of the other ones, but there's just so many cooler ones now that I really think that like it does deserve to be down 44. I would say like we're starting to get into the list ranks where they look cool, but there's still others that just look a little bit better. But old school wise, Electroshock is a good one, but we still have a couple of OGs that are still a lot better. At the number 43 spot, we have Fireclap, another one that is going to get some hate within me, but to me personally, I just don't really use this one. I don't know, man. I don't like this one. Fireclap at the number 43 spot, in my opinion. All right, at the number 42 spot, we have Party Time, another old school goal explosion that I think still hangs pretty well. Now, fun fact about Party Time, I was actually gifted to this on my birthday in a live stream. Shout out to my buddy Cody, old friend of mine. But yeah, Party Time at the number 42 spot, and I'm just gonna keep this clip rolling because right behind it is gonna be Party Time Noir. Now, for me personally, I don't think there is too much of a difference between the two, except obviously the black and white, but I don't think that deserves to be any lower in my eyes. It's literally just the exact same thing, but just black and white. Listen, I'm sorry, but yeah, at the number 42 spot, Party Time, and then at the number 41 spot, Party Time Noir. I still like to rock this goal explosion from time to time. Fireworks at the number 40 spot. I like to rock it during 4th of July and New Year's for most of the time. It goes very well with the decal, but still, at the end of the day, it is an old school goal explosion. I would love to see the painted versions of this come out a little bit more because there are painted versions now, but the old school best one is definitely the unpainted one. At the number 39 spot, we do have Abracadabra. Now, Abracadabra is a really cool goal explosion in my opinion, but it's just too clean. I feel like if they did a lot more with it, it definitely could have been in my top 15. But overall, I just think they could have done a little bit more. Very cool colors though, very cool colors. All right, at the number 38 spot, we do have Amplitude. Now, this one is a really cool one, and I'm honestly shocked I even put it that high, but I feel like if the waves just kept going, like as you can see in the beginning, the waves just go for like 2 seconds. I feel like if it was a little bit longer, it would definitely be lower in this list. But overall, I think it is a cool goal explosion, and I bet you a lot of people have never heard of this one. I don't think I've ever seen this one in game either. I'm just gonna keep pointing out the ones that I've never seen in game, to be honest with you. Like, there's so many forgotten ones, it's absolutely insane. All right, last year's Goal Explosion Genie Lamp, or not last year's, last season's Genie Lamp at the number 37 spot. Very cool topic, very cool. You had the boost, the wheels, the Goal Explosion, all that, very, very cool. But as a Goal Explosion alone, just not one of my favorites, mostly because I don't like genies to begin with. Like, I never was fascinated with genies, so I guess that's just part of it. But colors are really nice, but other than that, 37 spot Genie Lamp. At the number 36 spot, we do have Polyhedral. Very cool Goal Explosion theme-wise, but again, could have done probably a little bit more. Now, a good wheel to go with this is probably the Hypnotic wheels for sure, and obviously the topper that went with it as well, and the boost. But overall, 36 spot Polyhedral. At the number 35 spot, we have not an old school, because technically it's new, but it's just a reshaped version, Sub-Zero Gilded. Now, this is one of those Goal Explosions that I don't think should have been touched. It's not that big of a deal, but the nice, like, I guess, effect that it has with the ice breaking is something that I really do enjoy. Now, the thing is, though, I have Sub-Zero Gilded, and then at the number 34 spot, we have Sub-Zero. So this is still not the last old school Goal Explosion to come out, but, like, in this list, I mean, but Sub-Zero holds a special place in my heart. The sound of it, the ice, just everything is so clean. But I don't know, man, it just, there is more that can be done for sure with like ice. So the brim, or the Ice Age Goal Explosion, is like a perfect representation of that. But yeah, I don't actually enjoy Sub-Zero Gilded. I think it actually made the Goal Explosion a little bit worse. I think the normal Sub-Zero is definitely where it's at. It's like a very minute detail. It's not that big of a deal, but on the ranking list, obviously, yes, it does. So at the number 35 spot, Sub-Zero Gilded, and then at the number 34 spot, it is Sub-Zero Normal. Still not the last old school one, but we are getting them out of the way, sadly. At the number 33 spot, it's going to be Hellfire. Very clean Goal Explosion. We've obviously already had the Hellfire Ultra. Not that it affected this ranking list at all here, but Hellfire is a very cool Goal Explosion. I literally just got it as well. Thankfully, I used to have it, but I traded for it and stuff like that when trading was a thing. But at the number 33 spot, it's going to be Hellfire. The Season 16 Goal Explosion Rocket Mancer is a pretty cool one as well. I thoroughly actually didn't enjoy it at first, but it's starting to grow on me for sure. I really like the colors. It fits the spooky vibe very well. I think this is a good like example of like spooky, but also not too like ugly, I guess you could say. Like, there's a very fine amount of limit, and Rocket Mancer, I think, did a really good job with that. I wanted to love this Goal Explosion so badly when I heard about it, when it was leaked, that Phoenix Cannon would be exactly like how it is, and it would shoot down to the ground. Now, the only reason why it is at the number 31 spot and not even close to the top 5 is the fact that it doesn't leave any really effect into the ground. If you made a hole into the ground right where you shot and then the rocks started going, easy 10 out of 10. Easy. But since it just kind of looks tacky with the rocks going around, it's only at the number 30 spot. It looks really cool. It looks really, really cool. But I just feel like it was missing that one tiny detail, and that would have been it. But yeah, 31 Phoenix Cannon. A very popular one here in the RLCS scenery is Nightmare. Now, not that RLCS has any effect on my list, because obviously it just doesn't, but at the number 30 spot, we do have a Nightmare, a great Goal Explosion, very clean. It's literally like a ghost horse. It's really cool in my opinion. So at the number 30 spot, we have Nightmare. You want to talk about a relaxing Goal Explosion? Lantern Lift is that. It's just such a relaxing, mind-meddling moment when that goal scores, and then you have to lock back in. That's how really it is. That's how I see it. I mean, this thing is just so peaceful, man. Number 29 spot's gonna have to be Lantern Lift, and it's been quite a bit since I've seen this last in the item shop. Boom. I wish I timed that a little bit better. At the number 28 spot, it's going to be Mic Drop. Nothing says like scoring a game-winning overtime to a toxic player with a absolute mic drop, dude. I wish I could put this like lower on the list, but like, man, I absolutely love this Goal Explosion. It is so cool. The painted versions look very good as well. So at the number 28 spot, it's going to be Mic Drop. The first ever Goal Explosion to have an effect At the number 27 spot, it's gonna be Gravity Bomb. Now, Gravity Bomb is an amazing looking gold explosion, one of my favorite unpainted versions too when it comes to like the effect. Now, one thing that I just need them to do, and I'm not complaining, but one thing that I need them to do is create a literal like giant black hole of like, you know, Dimensionator. Do that and like have it spin and anyway, 27 Gravity Bomb. I gotta admit, I didn't know where this gold explosion came from. I saw it on one of the things and I was like, where is this even from? It is from the Draco aftermarket bundle, which I had absolutely no idea. But at the number 26 spot, it's going to be Flame Rain. I think it actually looks really good, the way that the fire looks. It's just the fire straight coming down. It looks like magma coming out. Great gold explosion for fire-related events. I don't know if it's the colors or the way that the ball just kind of flops down, but either way, number 25 spot is going to be Heat Quake. Very cool gold explosion, very clean. Just, I don't know, man. I really like the colors of this one. I promise you, I am not giving into the hype that Dueling Dragons has. If I gave into the hype of Dueling Dragons, it would have been in the top 5. But at the number 24 spot, it's going to be Dueling Dragons. That is right. I am not even putting it in the top 20. I'm not giving it to the hype. It is a very cool gold explosion, but it does not deserve anything more than this. Dueling Dragons is really cool. It's got fireworks, it's got dragons, it's got all these cool things. The colors are fantastic, but at the end of the day, I mean, it is really cool, but it's really not much other than that. Now, right behind it, actually, at the number 23 spot, is going to be Dueling Dragons Anodized. Dueling Dragons Anodized is a great way for them to even milk the Dueling Dragons series even more. So, oh, I can't fit it. Okay, just put A. Dueling Dragons A. But Dueling Dragons Anodized is a little bit cooler, in my opinion. The colors look a little bit better. It goes from that pink to a gold with that sky blue to like a really nice teal color. So that's why I think it is a little bit better, but again, they absolutely milked the crap out of Dueling Dragons, and this isn't even the end of it either. Now, this was the last old school gold explosion, like old school, like 2015, 2016 type. Actually, that's not true. Ignore that. 23 spot, Dueling Dragons Anodized. Number 24 spot, Dueling Dragons Normal. There's one more Dueling Dragons left. 22 spot, Hades Bomb. Great gold explosion. I wish I could put it lower, but sadly I cannot. Hades Bomb, I think, is great comfortable at the number 22 spot. The first ever time I truly do think the black and white mix perfectly. Dueling Dragons Yin and Yang is a great gold explosion. I think it is better than any of the other Dueling Dragons, just because, not the fact that it's black and white, but it's just because it looks cooler in that sense. Now, it has again nothing to do with the black and white. We've seen Party Time Noir, been less, but I think it just fits more that yin and yang feeling than it does anything else. So at the number 21 spot, we have Yin and Yang Dueling Dragons. I still can't tell you what I actually like about this gold explosion, Diggy Globe, but I just really do enjoy it. I think it is the fact that it is like a cybernetic world, and it just like, and then it just slowly forms out. I don't know what it is. It's something really cool about that. Now this one did take a hit. This one was like top 10 last year. Now it's only top 20. So yeah, it definitely did take a hit, but I think we've coming out with some really good gold explosions since this has been launched. Talk about colors, talk about effect. That could have been a little bit better, but the colors are fantastic. The way that the goal is scored, and then it's the slow pink and sky blue combining together to just go for an explosion. I absolutely love chemistry. I think it is a great goal explosion, and that's why I think it deserves the number 19 spot. At the number 18 spot, we do have Disco Party if it decides to play. There we go. So at the number 18 spot, we have Disco Party. Very cool gold explosion. I absolutely love the colors, love the 80s theme around it. I just think it's actually perfect. Like, it's almost perfect for what it is. Actually, no, not almost. It is perfect for what it is. It is everything you could ask for 80s. Disco ball, dance floor, music around, done. That's all you need. All right, at the number 17 spot, we have another DLC gold explosion here with We Are Venom. I absolutely love the colors. That's the only reason why it's probably so low on the list. Other than that, it's pretty cool. I mean, it is. It really is cool. We Are Venom at the number 17 spot. Talk about a gold explosion that barely hits the item shop. Man, if you got your hands on Paper Dragon back then and all the painted versions, you got lucky, because I have not seen this back in quite some time. At the number 16 spot, it is Paper Dragon. I would take Paper Dragon all day of the week rather than Dueling Dragons. A great weather goal explosion right here. It's got the tornado, it's got the clouds, it's got the lightning. What else more do you need from a twisted tornado goal explosion? Almost down to perfection when it comes to a weather goal explosion. So yeah, at the number 15 spot, it's gonna be Twisted Tornado. All right, at the number 14 spot, it's going to be Corbital. Yes, that is right. Corbital is kind of low on the list, and the main effect that you don't actually see in the goal explosion itself is it makes the cars 0 gravity, which is pretty cool because you can actually see that in the goal explosion itself. Very cool goal explosion. I actually don't even know where this came from. I think, oh, it was a tournament reward because I wanted it really badly, but Corbital at the number 14 spot, mainly because it turns the cars into 0 gravity, which is really cool. Kind of the same color scheme as Corbital a bit, but this time at the number 13 spot, it's going to be Atomic Blip. I just really like this one. I really can't explain why. I just think it looks really cool, especially the fact that the speed keeps increasing and going faster. I just think that is really cool. But at the number 13 spot, it's going to be Atomic Blimp. Not Blimp. Probably one of the most used goal explosions in RLCS, and that is going to be Airstrike at the number 12 spot. Another cool effect that it does is it counts as a, well, it used to count as a demo, and it demos cars in the surrounding area, just like it does with Heatquake. Actually, I just remembered that. But at the number 12 spot, it's going to be Airstrike. I absolutely love the way that it calls in an Airstrike. Very cool. Number 12 spot, Airstrike. At the number 11 spot, it's going to be Meteor Storm. Again, so close to perfection, although this one actually is pretty cool to say the least. But if you guys don't know, I am a huge space fan. Absolutely love anything to do with space, and this is definitely one of those. Meteor Storm is just missing the mark just a tiny bit, with maybe leaving some like indents in the ground. I guess you can say it still looks a little cheeky with the rocks kind of just sitting on top, but again, maybe it's something they couldn't do back then and they don't want to do. Either way, I still think Meteor Storm is a great goal explosion overall. Welcome to the top 10 of, in my opinion, one of the best black market goal explosions. So top 10 here. Starting off the top 10 list, we have a new one. Now, a good portion of these are actually new. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So at the number 10 spot, it's gonna be Chronosis. Not a single painted version has come out of this goal explosion, but I will say this is a very good goal explosion. I absolutely love the colors. I love the way that the clock is just spiraling out of control. Very good goal explosions. The colors are perfect. The clock is amazing. Very good goal explosion. What a way to start off at the number 10 spot. I promise you, this has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I am a Star Wars fan. This is just the fact that it takes up the entire map so quickly in just straight stars, with the Death Star just sitting there, and then the explosion. I mean, this is amazing, and it looks way cooler in game. I wish I did buy this one sometimes, but it just looks absolutely incredible. So at the number 9 spot, it's gonna be Death Star. I told you guys, there's a lot of brand new ones in this list. Now, this just proves to show that my favoritism towards a movie or a show or anything like that means nothing. At the number 8 spot, we have Godzilla and Kong. Now, I think I spelled a Godzilla wrong. Yes, I did. But anyway, I've never seen this. Never seen the movie. Never seen anything related to Godzilla. But it is a very cool goal explosion for just the fight sequence, the little fight sequence that happens here. Now, it was so close between the Death Star and Godzilla and Kong. But I think what won it over is this one is just a little bit cooler with the fight scene. That is super cool. But yeah, at the number 8 spot, we have Godzilla x Kong. Talk about one of the most unique goal explosions and how far that black market goal explosions could come in the future. Get Over Here is a great goal explosion. This is the last DLC one. This is actually the last DLC one, and it is one of the best. If we were ranking the DLC black market goal explosions, this would be the number 1 for black markets, because this thing is amazing. It's creative as anything could be. It just proves to show that Rocket League can do it, and sometimes they just choose not to. At the number 7 spot, it's going to be Get Over Here, but at the number 1 spot for DLC, it's this one. I have still not found myself leaving these top 5, top 6 gold explosions that I have tried to really find a way to not like them. But at the number 6 spot, it's going to be Poly Pop. This one is very interesting, especially since we just came from Get Over here. But in my opinion, Poly Pop is just so clean. I gotta put on the headphones just to listen to this, because one of the reasons why I do like this one is the sound. It's just so nice, so simple. After you score gold explosions, there's not much happening at all. But at the number 6 spot, it's gonna be Poly Pop. Yes, that is right. A new gold explosion has hit the top 5. Spellbound from the tournament rewards was absolutely incredible. I wish I got more painted versions of this thing. I actually don't know which ones I got. I think I actually got a lot. Yeah, I actually got titanium white, purple, crimson, and then of course 6 normal ones. But Spellbound is such a great gold explosion in my opinion. I mean, this thing just looks absolutely amazing. Top 5 gold explosion for sure. So at the number 5 spot, Spellbound. Shattered has left the top 3 from 2 years ago. Shattered is a great gold explosion in my opinion, but there's one thing that I just think looks a little bit better. One of my favorite things about Shattered is it's not too much, but also not too little. It's very simple, but it's also very it's creative. So it starts off with obviously the wall around the goal, and then it shrinks back up, and then it explodes yet again. I like something that is simple, but also has a lot going on, if that makes any sense. So at the number 4 spot, it's going to be Shattered. Remember what I said about I like it's clean and simple, but I also like a lot happening. Singularity is one of those, with the Singularity having the great first gold explosion, shrinking back down, and then exploding into basically another gold explosion. Now, one of my favorites is I actually think I forgot Atomizer. Oh my goodness, I think I forgot Atomizer. Now that I'm literally saying this out loud, I just recorded this entire thing and I'm pretty sure. Now, luckily, Atomizer is in my top 5 somewhere, but let me give you a second. I literally just forgot Atomizer mid-recording, but thankfully, yeah, oh man. Oh, I totally forgot Atomizer. Either way, Singularity is still staying at the number 3 spot no matter what. I'm very ashamed to say this, but I literally just recorded 40 or 59 clips. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I want to do it again. So we do have Atomizer, okay? Atomizer, thankfully, is normally in my top 5, and it still stays there. So an honorable mention somewhere in the top 5 is going to be Atomizer. I'm sorry, I can't believe I forgot. How do I forget Atomizer? It was literally in my top 3 gold explosions 2 years ago. So, oh my goodness gracious. I can't believe I forgot Atomizer, dude. Anyway, Atomizer is somewhere in the top 5, okay? That's just going to be as simple as it is. Thankfully, it is somewhere, but it is not going to be anywhere between 59 and below. Oh man, that's embarrassing. But either way, Atomizer somewhere. All right, back on track here in a way. Blood Moon, the black market gold explosion that has come out in the last week or so, is number 2. That is right. It is literally the number 2 spot. Best black market gold explosion. The painted versions, we're not going to talk about that, except painted black. Other than that, it is very clean, but we don't talk about the painted versions. Blood Moon is a great representation of what to do. The mountains, the fog, the colors, the orange Blood Moon fading into existence is just pure perfection in my eyes when it comes to a gold explosion. I don't know why it's raining. I see like raindrops there, but either way, what a great little addition to that. Great gold explosion, Rocket League. You absolutely cooked with this one. But nothing can still beat Solar Flare in my opinion. Solar Flare at the number 1 spot still holds a special place in my heart because of how clean, perfection, just overall amazing. Now, you could actually probably argue that Blood Moon should be first, but I think overall Solar Flare is just one of those that, remember, like I said, I do like a lot of good gold explosions that cover the entire map, especially the Rocket Pass gold explosion Cosmosis. But for the most part, dude, a gold explosion that just has pure, simple form like that is just exactly what I need. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but number 1 is still Solar Flare, with Blood Moon could be taking its spot next year. I'm not gonna lie to you. Now listen, I am sorry that I messed up the list there. It is 59 clips that I would have to entirely re-record, but that is going to be the end of today's video. That was crazy. I can't believe I forgot literally Atomizer. Anyway, at the number 1 spot, it's going to be Solar Flare with a close number 2 being Blood Moon. 2 great goal explosions, but that is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in the next episode.